Okay, guys, it's happening. I'm wearing a bright red lip. Not sure how I feel about it, and I'm probably going to take it off before I leave my room, but it's getting crazy in here. God. Hey guys, so I have a very not attractive background today because the room next to me is being painted and we had to move the bed in here. I mean, not that my background was particularly interesting to look at before, but now there's like a mattress and bed frame and things like that, so please ignore that and let's talk about my June favorites. I think it's safe to say that lately I haven't really been in the mood to be making videos, and it's not that I don't enjoy filming them, it's just that sometimes editing, actually, most of the time, editing is not something I enjoy. So rather than doing a wrap-up for June, because I only really read 1.5-ish books, I'm just going to talk about the one book that I did complete right now as my June reading favorite of the month. That book would be The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larsson, and this is the second book in the Millennium Trilogy, the first of which is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I'm kind of scared to try and pronounce these names because I'm pretty sure I'll just butcher them, but basically this book follows Lisbeth Salander a little bit more closely than Mikael Bloomquist. See what I... Sorry. Basically, two people who work with Bloomfist are found murdered, and Lisbeth's fingerprints are found all over the crime scene. She's automatically the prime suspect, and she gets in really deep in some pretty bad stuff. This was spectacular. It's about 600 and something pages, and I actually finished the whole thing in 4 days because I could not put it down. Next, I want to talk about my music favorite for June, and that was the Australian pop-punk band Tonight Alive. I can't actually remember how I found Tonight Alive, but they have a really cool sound. It's a little bit more dark and emotional than, say, Fall Out Boy, but I also really like the fact that it is a female-fronted band, so their singer is a female. She goes super hardcore at shows if you look up any of their music videos. I've been singing Breaking and Entering non-stop, and Lonely Girl is also a fantastic song. Departing from that, a nerdier favorite from last month is the BBC World Book Club podcast. This is kind of random, and I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before on the channel, but I have kind of bad sleeping patterns. I hesitate to call myself an insomniac, but around 11 o'clock at night I get this burst of energy and it sticks around until about 3 in the morning. I'm always looking for something to kind of calm me down at night. This podcast is like spectacular for that. Now, just because it helps put me to sleep doesn't mean that this podcast is boring in any way. If you're a bookish person at all or you like author interviews, this is spectacular. Their host is really good about kind of engaging with the author, asking really interesting questions. It just is really interesting to kind of get some insight into the creative process for so many different kinds of authors. Another favorite from last month has been getting to do more vlog style videos, and I guess what I've basically done is taken the document your life concept, and rather than doing a month-long video, I've just kind of been trying to film a little bit every week and then put together a weekly compilation, which last week's is late, so oops. I'll get to this in a little bit, but I've basically been really inspired by a lot of Hey Claire's vlogs, and I've just kind of been trying to dabble in that a little bit. It's been really fun to get to do some other kinds of videos. It makes editing a little bit less painful, a little bit more interesting. It's also been a really cool way for me to document my last summer living in San Francisco. Moving into YouTube favorites, my first favorite is definitely Charlotte from Ramblings of an Elf Pyre. I don't know if I've mentioned her on the channel before, but basically she reads a wide variety of books. She reads a whole lot at once. That was my phone, sorry. She's also coming up with really cool group reading ideas. So, for example, she's going to be doing an underhyped read-along, I believe the week after the Booktubeathon, so you should definitely go check out her channel for more information. I will link that below, as well as the Goodreads group in case anybody wants to join along. I will hopefully be participating. I've already mentioned my next favorite, but that is the, I hate to call them beauty gurus, let's say beauty and lifestyle vlogger Hey Claire, or Claire Marshall. She's fantastic. She does normal beauty vlogger stuff like tags and hauls and the occasional makeup tutorial, and she was actually a professional makeup artist before doing YouTube full-time, so she actually knows what she's talking about, which is really nice. But I think my favorite part about her channel is her vlogs, like I mentioned before. She kind of does the, you know, walk around, talk to the camera, show you what I'm doing stuff, but she also does all these really cool musical montages and just cool editing, and I don't know, I think she's been really inspiring for me. There is one thing about Claire that I feel a little weird saying, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyways, and that is that I've never really had a young, beautiful Asian American woman to look up to. For those of you who don't know or can't tell, I am half Chinese and have always identified as Asian American, but I always grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, and the media never really gave me a good, you know, strong, young Asian American woman to look up to. Yes, I've always looked up to my grandmother as an incredibly strong and beautiful Asian American woman, but something about Claire has really kind of filled this lack or this hole in the Asian American female identity that I was creating for myself that I didn't even know I had, if that makes any sense at all. I just wanted to put that out there because I think acknowledging personal growth is really important. So Claire, I know you're probably never going to see this, but thank you. You've done something really special for me, and I don't really know how to put that into words. Okay, now we're finally going to wrap this up with my beauty and style favorites, and I know this video's been kind of all over the place, but I figured for those of you who don't necessarily want to watch the beauty stuff, I'm just going to start putting it at the end so you don't have to watch it in case you don't want to. But if you do, I'm going to start with a makeup product, and that is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. If you're a fan of Estes or Essie Buttons at all, you know that she talks about this stuff all the time. In case the name Bad to the Bronze didn't give it away, it's this really nice muted bronze color, and you can really make it as thick or as shimmery as you want. This stuff does wonders for my creasing issues. It kind of holds everything in place throughout the day and lets a little bit of shimmer through there, and I don't know, I just think it's a really nice base for an eyeshadow look. I have one more makeup product, and that is the Super BB Cream by Physicians Formula. So I know there are like a million BB creams out there that I could have tried, but I decided to go with this one after kind of poking around on YouTube and realizing that a lot of the girls with kind of my skin tone and skin type, which is I guess combination oily, they all seemed to really enjoy this, so I thought I would pick it up, and I believe this was about $10 or $12 at Ulta. It goes on really, really easily. I personally use a Beauty Blender dupe that I got at the drugstore for like $2. I think you could totally put this on with your fingers, but because I generally wear powder foundations, I'm not really skilled with the liquid stuff, so I like to use the blender dupe because it just kind of makes everything look really nice and really even. I will say, however, if you have more olive or yellow undertoned skin like I do, I might try and get light instead. I got light medium here, and it's definitely a little bit on the orange side, so don't be shocked if you bought this that it's orange, because I'm just warning you right now, this is very orange. Alright, my camera keeps turning off, so I'm gonna film this bit again because I'm not sure how much it got last time. My style favorite for the month, or my first one, is this sheerish pink top from Target. It's got this really cute kind of cuffed sleeve detail that I really like, and basically it feels like pajamas when you put it on. It's super soft, super light, and easy to wear. It's pretty much been my go-to top. I wore it in my haul video last month and kind of have been wearing it non-stop since. And lastly, I want to talk about these shorts. These are also from Target. They're a little bit more distressed than I normally go for, but what I like about these is that they're high-waisted, but not so high-waisted that you feel like you're in mom jeans, but then they're a little bit longer in the back, so your cheekies don't hang out. I guess more power to you if you're comfortable with your butt hanging out, but I personally am not. I do think they run a little bit small. I kind of wish they were a little bit bigger. I personally normally wear like a 00, and I had to get a 3 in these, so I don't know. I don't really understand sizing, but they're super comfortable. I want to wear them with absolutely everything. Yeah, love to bits. Okay, so that was a really long video. Apologies. This is going to be hell to edit. Anyways, those are all of my favorites for June. Sorry this video is a little bit late, but again, I've been lacking on the motivation for editing. That's it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye! That book would be a... Okay. In this book we are I really can't talk. Bloomfist are found I've got love flowing in my nightmare, girl. Caffeine cold, and I can't see